Carnival
with Jim Z.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Sweet Carnival. I'm Jim Z, and it's my pleasure to take you on Carnival's current flagship, the Jubilee. Yes, sailing out of Galveston, and we were on the best room on the ship. There's only two of them. It's the Presidential Suite. Yep, it's a beautiful room. I'm gonna take you through it and show you why I like it so much and everything. But let me tell you, this cruise, this room, it's just gorgeous, but you do pay for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's quite an expensive room, the most expensive room on the ship. And I don't get any discounts. I'm not sponsored by Carnival or anything. Boy, I wish I were. Carnival, are you listening? I'll be happy to do some videos for you. But beyond that, I still love enjoying taking photographs and videos of these rooms and sharing them with you guys to help you out, because we get helped by the community, by so many other bloggers out there and vloggers. We like to do the ship tours and everything that some of you watching actually do. We watch those all the time. We love to get our news, cruise news with Doug Parker. That's one of our favorites. Cruise Hive, that's another one too. Another good one that we like to watch. So let's get into it, the President's Suite and the Carnival Jubilee. But before we get into it, I want to invite you to like, subscribe, and reach out via email to me with any questions that you may have that are specific to this type of suite. My email address is sweetcarnival@gmail.com. Okay, let's take a look at the deck plans. It is room 17210, the Presidential Suite on the port side bow. And nice and quiet up there. Take another angle look here for you. It's right there. All yours. Now, of course, with every suite, you get your suite amenities, which are above and beyond the standard stateroom amenities. Your standard suite amenities include priority check-in and boarding, early access to your stateroom, priority luggage delivery, 2 large bottles of water, 1 complimentary bag of laundry, guaranteed dining time preference for the main dining room, priority debarkation at ports when arrival is after 9:30 a.m., priority water shuttle or tender from ship to shore, not from the shore to the ship, and priority debarkation at the completion of the cruise. Now, in addition to that, you get exclusive amenities for these Excel class suites, and they include free access to Loft 19 and priority Loft 19 cabana reservations, a dedicated concierge phone line, guaranteed reservations at most specialty restaurants, but you got to let them know 24 hours ahead of time, sparkling wine and a fruit bowl upon arrival, bottomless bubble soft drink package, which is wonderful because that's usually an upcharge, complimentary room service, but regular bar prices apply for all beverages, even if you have the bubbles package or the drinks package. You're better off just going to a bar while you're waiting for your room service to come and bringing it back to your room. Complimentary on-demand movies right there on one of your TVs, binoculars to use during your cruise, complimentary laundry service, and in this case, under the exclusive to Excel class suites, it does not define a limit. Bathrobes to use during your cruise. Sometimes they include slippers also, which you get to keep and take home. Pillow top mattress and soft cozy linens, part of the Carnival Home Signature bedding collection. In addition to all of that, because you are in an Excel Presidential Suite, you have additional amenities. They include access to the thermal suites, the sauna, the thermal bath, the salt sauna, and everything else that's down there, too much to mention. There is a dedicated elevator from floor 17 down to floor 5 that you just leave your room, make a left, make a right a couple steps down, go on into the elevator, go on down, door opens, you're right there at the suites. It's wonderful, easy to use, quick, easy access. In addition, you have access to the Havana areas, including their pool, lounge, and bar. This is also very nice because the only people besides you that have that access are those in Havana rooms. It just feels nice to be included in all access when you have the Presidential Suite. And on top of all of that, you have the complimentary mini bar selection. What I mean by that is your refrigerator cooler in the room is already stocked with sodas and water. No alcohol, which you can consume as you please, and your room steward will replenish it as needed. All right, did you get all that? That is a lot of amenities, right? All right, let's continue on. All right, let's see what the walking time is from the nearest set of steps and elevators to the front door of your beautiful presidential suite. As always on these Carnival ships, the carpet color changes in the hallway. That way you know you're coming to an opening where there's steps and elevators. That's probably true on most cruise lines. This hallway is a little different. It turns a sharp left and a sharp right on the port side of the ship. That's different than what I experienced on the Celebration or Mardi Gras, but I was only on the starboard side and it was an angled turn, so not sure. But anyway, here we go. Here's your front door, and it takes about 1 minute and 14 seconds to walk all the way to that front door. Here we are. You ready to go in? This is it. Suite 17210, the Presidential Suite, Carnival Jubilee, and look at the space in this room. You of course have the table here with 4 chairs, a good amount of seating. Now this cabin can sleep up to 5. In this case, it was just my wife and I, so it was just the 2 of us, and it was plenty of space. Now don't forget about your lights card. All these Carnival ships have these lights cards. I think they probably spent more money on the tech than they're saving on it, to be honest. It's pretty inconvenient when the lights just go out in your cabin if you've forgotten to put a card in there. Fortunately, most of the cabin stewards already have cards in there for you, and they've kind of bypassing this tech already, which I appreciate. Ample closet space, of course, as always in these premium rooms like this. And you have plenty of drawer space. Those shelves inside, some of them can fold down so that you have more shelf, or they can fold up so that you can hang more clothes, pants full length, things like that. As we go around what I call the living room here, of course, you have a large 55-inch screen TV. This couch folds out into a 2-person bed, and you have your wet bar, I guess you call it here. You have a sink, you have a cooler, refrigerator. You have one of your phones here, another in the bedroom. You have multiple outlets, ice bucket, and of course your waters and glasses, and some extra shelf space, which is very convenient where I leave a lot of my things overnight so that when I walk out in the morning, I can pick them up right there. You also have some drawers here that I have never used, and also under the sink. I'm just showing it to you because if you have another couple or 3 people in this room, that space could come in handy. Now this cooler is excellent because in the Presidential Suite, it's already stocked with sodas. Look at that, right? You don't get that in any other room on any other Carnival ship but the Presidential Suite. Some more nice storage space. Once again, this bed folds out into a double. And the light stands here are nice. They have USB ports connected. And here's a shot of the whole room, including that TV. You look up on the ceiling there, that's where your 3rd person in this room will sleep. That is a bunk bed that will come down from the ceiling, and your room steward will set that up. So you have a nice hard solid door between the 2 rooms as we go into the bedroom. And you can see the bedroom is actually a little bit smaller, but you do have this nice table here. Beautiful vanity light. I should have turned it on. It lights up all around that mirror. Another phone in here, more outlets in here, a nice desk with some writing space. You'll also find some of your other amenities in here. There are some drawers. Your hair dryer is in the top drawer here, I believe. Come on, Jim, pull up the top drawer. Okay, maybe not. You have a couple of nightstands, light switches on the wall to control your outside lights. We got a very nice gift, a pair of Texas Boots shot glasses. Those are really cool. And the Carnival Jubilee book. Light switches on your headboard, and while convenient if you need to turn on a light right away or you forgot to turn it out and you didn't want to get back up, It also can be inconvenient in the way that I think my wife and I both, at least one night on the last trip, moved our pillows or whatever, and our pillow hit the switch, and the switch came on, and all of a sudden it's, like Gremlins, bright light, bright light. Everybody likes these lights on the newer ships, on the Excel class ships, nice reading lights, and they are nice, they should like them. And of course you have a charging USB port there. It's not fast charging, but it works great. Works fine, especially if you're setting it there overnight and want your phone right next to you. All of the drawers and everything have a slow close, if you notice that. And then looking back, as we go through the room on your TV, you have these TV connections here. You have USB and HDMI on the back of the TV. I just thought I'd show you that shot there. We come back around to the other side of the bed there, another one of those reading lights and USB ports. And then you have a whole host of closets here as well, and shelving. Your room does include complimentary bathrobes for you to use. If you take them home, you will be charged. I believe you do get complimentary slippers, though, that you can take home. And then, of course, you have your safe. It is both either a combination or a sliding card, meaning you could slide an old credit card or a current credit card or anything if you wanted, but just use the 4-digit code. Whatever you make up, whatever you lock it with, code-wise, is what you unlock it with. Except I think one of them you press the pound key. Thermostat in each room, and we always left it set all the way cool, even though this was a November cruise out of Galveston. And even though it wasn't that great of weather, the always cool was still pretty much where we kept it. I never felt too cold in the room. And then you have the bathroom here. Now the bathroom has a pocket door that slides, but the pocket door is different. Once again, everything has slow close, which is really nice. But the pocket doors don't have a pull-out handle like they did on Celebration to grab it if it goes too far into the wall. So I found that a little interesting that that was different. I don't know why. The shower, of course, is a wonderful shower for a cruise ship. That's a great amount of space. It's a nice tile floor. You have all your different shower options in there. First of all, you have your cleaning gels, your body wash, your shampoo, and your conditioner. And you have like the rainforest shower head. You also have the shower wand that you can, detach and remove. And you have the side jets that come out the wall as well. It's a bit overwhelming with the rainforest shower head if you have it turned up all the way. You can adjust the pressure by turning those dials there. You push them in to turn them on, push them again to turn them off. The big dial is your temperature. And then, of course, you have a place here to rest your foot. The ladies, I'm told, like that for shaving their legs. But that shower head, yeah, you can almost feel like you're drowning sometimes if the pressure's all the way up and you're standing under it. It kind of forces you into a military-type shower, to be honest, and I don't mind. I certainly can get rinsed off well afterward. Then you have your pair of sinks, one on each side. In this case, because it was just the two of us, I took one, my wife took the other. They're identical, mirror opposites. And then we have the outlets up top here where you could plug in a shaver, multiple power type outlets for European and American, and a couple of USBs as well, which it's nice to know they're there. I don't have any thing for grooming or anything like that takes USB that I have. Maybe you do. And then the same thing on the other side. You have plenty of space underneath as well if you wish to store anything. Sometimes under there you'll find extra boxes of Kleenex, and a Kleenex dispenser is behind those towels there, but plenty of space. I usually put everything up on the shelves, even though I don't really need to. I could put it underneath. And then you go into the actual toilet area where you have your toilet, a solid hard door before you walk back out into the living room, but another sink, another thermostat, And actually, I didn't think about it on this cruise, but we've been on cruises where for some reason the thermostat in the room like this, the bathroom was turned up. And now that I think about it, you get in there in the middle of the night, it was nice and warm. It actually felt nice. But anyway, you have another outlet here and a couple more shelves, another sink. But there you go, some extra supplies there in case they're needed. Usually your room steward will replenish what may be needed. And if they don't, you can always find them and ask them to do so. That's it. That's this wonderfully huge, large, for a cruise ship bathroom. Very luxurious. Oh, and yeah, if you walk through the other door, you may be wondering, what was that door I was talking about? Well, here you are back at your front door to your cabin where you walked in. There's your light card again I was mentioning. And your living room and out to the hallway. That's how it works, a big circle there. So it's accessible from both rooms in your cabin. Okay, well, I bet you really wanted to see the balcony. Well, here we go. To me, booking this room, there's about 3 things really about it, and one of them is definitely this balcony. I mean, this is all yours. Look at it. All of it. You can have your friends come by. You have seating for like 17 or 18 people up there. You have this beautiful view. It's always so quiet up on one of the front corners of the ship. Nice little seating area even on this side here. And if your friends happen to book the room next to you, on the front there, not on the side, but on the front view, you can actually open that divider up there and it gets even bigger. So look at this. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the presidential suite on a Carnival Excel ship. You have a nice table out here for eating. That glass area there, it's kind of like a fireplace. It's, I call it colored smoke. Here's a nice example of the colored smoke, just to show you. It's pretty cool. It's just colored smoke. You have a controller here. You can change the colors or have them change automatically. It just creates a very nice ambiance in the evenings. You of course have this round bed here. This is always very nice to lay out on. A couple of you can lay there and just look up at the stars. Rocking chairs. All of those pillows are attached with small cables, so you don't have to worry about them blowing away. And then of course, you have, first of all, this hot tub. Your very own jacuzzi right there on the ship. And it is fantastic. Now, there's a couple things about this jacuzzi. First of all, it takes about 45 minutes on this one to fill up. Now, I don't know why it took so long on this ship to fill that up. I believe in other ships on Celebration, it only took about 20 minutes. It was just really slow filling it up out here. They have these controls here. You can control the pressure or the bubbling from both the bottom bubbles and the side jets. And you have your buttons there to turn on the sides and the bottoms. They are controlled separately. Everything is on a timer. It will go out after, I think, about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And then you have this shower here as well if you want to rinse off out there. It has both the wand and the head. But there is an issue, and what I don't like about this, at least on Jubilee, I did not experience this on any other Excel class ship. They have this light at the steps going into the hot tub, and you cannot turn it off. And I even asked, and I was told it was controlled by the bridge. And it's just, I mean, at night you're trying to look up at the stars, or you just want some privacy, and this light's on. Well, know this. If they go on the bridge and they look up in the corner there, I'm not sure how well, but I think they can see you. It's smoked glass into that area there where they'd be looking through, but I'm pretty sure they can see you with that light on. I don't know why that light's on. I wish it could be turned off. It was never on or even there on other ships unless it's something they recently added. And it could be for a safety issue, but it is definitely taking away a lot of privacy from that hot tub area. Your shower controls are down here. You can control which head. You might have to turn those valves open first. As you can see, they're open now. You have your temperature control on the one side, and you have your pressure control on the other side, and then the upper knob switches you between the wand and the shower head. That is a light, and I'm going to show you right now some beautiful lighting. Those are also lights. Let's take a look. Here we go. Here is what this balcony looks like at night. Isn't that cool? It is just gorgeous. And again, stargazing is wonderful. And at the front of the ship, it's so quiet. But you can also have a party up there too. Invite some friends maybe you met on the ship. We did that. We had our neighbors come by from a couple rooms down, and we had met some very nice people as well at the Red Frog. And we had them come up to the room and had a nice evening. I think they enjoyed just seeing what the room looked like. That is a cooler, and if you saw it before, it lights up at night. You fill that with ice, keep all your cold bottles of wine in there or beers. Now, don't forget, if you didn't know this from one of my previous Presidential Suite videos, those people up above on Serenity Deck can see you at a certain point. They can look down and look right down upon you. And I actually took a picture of it where I'll show you here how much they can see. You can see them if they're looking at you in the day, well, day or nighttime. You look at the reflection there in the glass. But what a great view down the side of the ship, right? Fantastic. Here's a little bit more video of that balcony because just loving it. One of the things I'd like to point out is the difference between this balcony and the other Excel class ships of the same Presidential Suite balcony. It doesn't matter if it's port side or starboard. The Mardi Gras and Jubilee have this wind block here in front of this one door. The Celebration does not have that. Because of all the glass that's up in the front there, I have not found it any different on either cruise to the best of my recollection. So I really don't think it's necessary, and it also kind of takes up a little space. But that's how it is. I just want to point that out to you. There are subtle differences. There are also subtle differences between the ships. If you ever paid attention, just to give you something to think about, when you're up at Alchemy Bar, look at how that mezzanine level looks between the difference between Jubilee, Mardi Gras, and Celebration. There is a slight difference. Well, that's it. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know what you're thinking about this ship in this room, if you think you would do it or not. You know, it's not cheap, but boy, you really get to spoil yourself. And if that's what you're going for, this is definitely a way to do it. Now, in case you don't know, I do just do Carnival cruise ships. We just do Carnival cruises. That's all we know. That's what we love. We've never had a problem, and we enjoy bringing this information to you. And if you do other cruise lines, that's great. Let me know what you think. Let me know how they compare. They probably don't compare price-wise, but you never know. I'd like to learn too. And like I said, I like learning from you guys as well. So that's going to close out this episode. If you happen to be on one of the cruises that I might be on, well, you can usually find me at the Red Frog Tiki Bar or pub, not the pub, the one up on deck, on the Lido deck. Usually in the morning with my Bloody Mary, just give me a shout and say, hey Jim, I like making new friends. And until then, I will see you on deck.